Good morning, it's Graham again from Unearthed, and a quick turnaround, folks. This is another episode of Detecting Talk. We actually missed one last week, so we're going to slot this one in for today. And this particular topic will again, hopefully, fingers crossed, strike a note with you detectorists that watch this channel, our Unearthed channel. Now, I've been meaning to do this film video for some time. However, I've not had the other things have got in the way and other topics have took precedent over it. But this particular topic will be of interest to most of you guys out there, and it is the topic of your metal detecting collection. Now, I know for a fact a fair few of you guys out there that watch these Detecting Talk films will be a collector of coins and artifacts just like myself. So, for example, I've still got coins and artifacts in my collection from way back into the early mid-80s and beyond and onwards. It's very, very rare that I've had to sell any of me artifacts or coins, and if I have had to sell them, there's a pretty good reason behind that. So I've collected my coins and artifacts pretty much from scratch, from day one. And for years and years we've had different ways of displaying them, if that's correct, or housing them or storing them. I mean, I can remember my artifacts collection was a wooden almost like a wooden display case with a velvet green background that you lifted up, the lid lifted with the glass, and then you had all that area to put your coins or your artifacts in. However, there was no fixing mechanism for these artifacts to stay in place, so you either had to put something behind to keep them in place, or glue or blue tack. It was ridiculous, absolutely. I should have said glue, because I didn't mean glue, I meant blue tack. And it wasn't ideal, so you'd lift it up gently and things would slide and things would go amiss, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. But it looked good in them days for us. It was probably the only means of us having to collect and display these artifacts and things. So that was pretty much it for the first few years. And then we obviously got the coin cases that came in. I think it's Lidner ones that have all different sizes. They were fantastic because they all stacked on top of each other. Different coin sizes, pennies, you know, you've got your half crowns if you're lucky enough to find them sizes, and then your shillings and your sixpences and your other sizes that were ideal for keeping and housing your coin collection. And then also they did artifact ones where you could split the individual the individual parts to the artifact boxes and sections, so you could make it longer or shorter. If you wanted to put certain things in to keep them relatively tight, you could do it. And it was pretty much that we had to work with, and it's pretty much like that today in a lot of cases. I mean, I've still got different coin display cases and housing facilities for coins and artifacts, which has remained like that for at least a couple of decades. And I see that all over the country, that people are housing their displays in these things, and other people are going a stage further and actually displaying their coins and artifacts in their homes with glass cabinets with different shelving units on, under light. So they've got a light system rigged up in there showing all the top artifacts. Underneath there's another layer of artifacts. The top might be coins, and these display cabinets, if we're going to call them, actually lock and make them nice and secure in glass. I think it's absolutely fabulous that people are doing this and taking the time to care passionately for their collection, because after all, you guys have worked extremely hard out in the fields for these things to come up in the first place, and it's only right that your display is there shown to people that come into your homes or your friends or your family, and you're quite proud of it. People can see it. Happy days. However, there's one thing that we are increasingly coming across, is the vulnerability of people's collections. Now, years ago, we probably didn't give it too much thought with regards to how safe our collections were, but that's changed, sadly. The times that we live in now are different from 2 decades ago, different to a decade ago, probably even different to 5 years ago, in so much as, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm pretty sure crime is on the way up. I'm seeing more and more people posting information on social media about coins being stolen, collections being stolen, thieves breaking into different houses and places where they're picking up these coins and people's collections, never to be seen again. Now, what I will say is this, and that's just the world we live in. It's just, it's horrendous to think that the population's forever growing and crime seems to be on the up. The police will argue that they're stretched, in which they are stretched. We don't want to go into politics too much, but I do feel a little bit sorry for the police at times, because their resources are stretched all over the place. But equally, we can help and do a better job at keeping our collections relatively safe and secure, and also insured. So how many of you guys out there with your coin collections, no matter how big or small it is, you might have only been detecting 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. You might only have a handful of hammered coins or a few Roman coins or a couple of dozen milled silver coins. Maybe not worth a great deal, but to you it's absolutely priceless. Can you imagine your collection that's growing year by year, and then somebody breaking in and stealing it? You'd be absolutely devastated, along with the other things that they take. So how many of you guys out there, I'd like to know, are actually insured for theft of your collections? It's a good question to ask. Now, our household insurance covers me for my collection as an individual section. I've got to log down, what I've got to a degree, and that's got a cost to it. And so the collection, I've insured my collections for the last 10 years, say 15 years. And also I've gone to other means to make sure my collection's nice and safe, in so much as you've got to be careful. You can't have these on display in your windows where people can get at them. You've got to make sure your home is secure in the first place, and your collections are in a safe place away from thieving hands. Because some people's collections are worth quite a few quid. I mean, this video is going to fall on deaf ears to the people that just metal detect for money. They get the coin, they give the farmer half of it, and they take half of it, half the value of it, and it's sold within that week. Well, it's not. This video or film probably isn't for you, but the ones that collect and have a passion about collecting and love to see the finds that they make out in the field each time they go out, they can come home and put the hammered in a particular box or part of their collection on display. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a great way. It's a great hobby, but it's also a great way of doing something when you get back home with your collection and making it look that little bit better each time you go detecting. That's what it's all about, folks. It's all about making that collection look good. So my advice is, check your insurance, folks. Make sure you're insured for your collection. Get a conservative estimate on the value of your collection, your coins and your artifacts, and make sure you're covered. Because the last thing you want to do or find is that somebody has robbed you, your collection's gone with all the rest of your personal belongings, and it will take forever to replace. If you'll never, chances of it ever turning back up again would be remote. These guys, these thieves, these professional thieves, are pretty damn good at of making things disappear and falling into the right hands very quickly, shall we say. So just protect yourself. Make sure your collection's nice and safe, locked away. Some people go to the extraordinary lengths of buying in big, heavy 20, 30, 40 kilo safes, banging it behind a safe that they can't get into. That's a great idea if you've got the room. But you've got to make sure, folks, that your collection's nice and safe. Now, some of you will be watching this and thinking, oh yeah, he's right. I have my collections, it's out in the open. It's available for everybody to go and have a look at. I'm going to change that. So if this has struck a chord and made that little bit of difference to some of you people watching it, then it's a job well done. Most of you probably are going to be watching this and saying, yeah, I've already done that. You don't have to talk to me about protecting my collection. It's already safe. and that's what we want to hear. That's good news. But there will be some people watching it and thinking, you're right, we've got to make sure that our collections are nice and safe, because you just never know. The age that we're living in now, money is becoming tighter in places, so the thieves are on the lookout for anything they can get their hands on, believe me. And this hobby and everything else that goes with it is no exception. So yes, it'll be interesting to see. I don't expect people to comment and say my collection's based here and it's safe and it's everything else, but it'll be good to see some comments about you guys making sure that you're insured and your collections are looked after properly, because it's just heartbreaking. I mean, we shared something on our Unearthed group and page a couple of days back, or maybe last week, where someone's pride and joy collection had been stolen. The police in that particular area had put out a bulletin and some images of the coins that were stolen. But to be fair, what's his chances of getting them back? I do hope he does get them back. It must be heartbreaking for his collection to go. He may have collected that for many years, and somebody's swiped it. So it's heartbreaking to think it's gone, but it's on the increase. So do the right thing, folks, and make sure yours is nice and safe. Right, that's that one put to bed. Just a little note on a couple of things that are going to be happening. We've been in discussion, me and Melanie have had a discussion the last couple of days about YouTube, and the reason is this. We're getting more and more people messaging us and contacting us directly over the phone, by email, by messenger, by whatever means, regarding, oh, I didn't know this Unearthed channel existed. And going one stage further than that, actually saying, I didn't know Unearthed existed. Now, there's a lot of you guys that know us out there that watch our channel, and I'm very pleased that you do and you enjoy it, which is heartwarming for us to do and to see. However, there's quite a lot of people out there still don't know Unearthed exists for whatever reason. We've been around since 2011. We started proper trading in 2012, and it's just grown and grown and grown. Not without its problems, but it's, problems are there to get over. I'm a great believer. But we've got to make sure that people know that we're here, because we're a bit unique in so much as we're different to other metal detecting shops. There's, other metal detecting shops, God bless them, they've been around a long time, and they have been established for so many years. Some of them have been bought direct by non-detectorists, and they just want to sell you a detector. They want to make a living. They want to make a living and pay the staff. Good luck to them. But we're different to them. We're completely different. We're detectorists first and foremost. The whole reason why I set up Unearthed in the first place was because I'm a detectorist. I left an educational role with the TUC. I was there for a number of years, and I twiddled my thumbs thinking, what am I going to do next? And the only real thing I could come up with was open an outlet for detectorists. And this is where we are now. So what we're thinking of doing is this. We're thinking of growing this channel to about 5,000 people. Now that might sound a lot. We've got, 1,300 now? So I need your help in growing this channel. And what we're going to do is this. We're going to make sure that people know we're here. We're out there. There's no point in us sitting in the dark and people saying, oh, I just stumbled across your videos and your YouTube channel. I never know you were around. And we've been doing these YouTube channels, these videos for some time on the channel. So we need to get the word out that we're here. I'm a great believer of giving people some sound advice. So we're going to be doing some giveaways, folks. We're going to be doing some giveaways, and I'm hoping, not the next video, but the video after, next week, sometime next week, we'll have some of the giveaways to show, and for you guys to link in with this, whether we call it a competition or not, I don't know. I think we're just going to give it a giveaway. Whereas people that start commenting on the threads, we're going to pick a handful of people off them comments. We'll do some sort of random way of doing it. And the names that come out will get the free gift from Unearthed. And it's our way of saying thank you to you guys for watching. And it's also a way of potentially growing our channel just that little bit more. So, by all means, think about sharing the Unearthed YouTube channel with other people. I mean, that'd be very nice of you to do that if you could. But I think 5,000 is a good number in so much as it gives us an opportunity to talk, not preach, but talk about detecting related subjects to people, a larger audience than what we've already got. But it's getting and combating this question that people keep posing, that I never knew you existed. You know, we sell more and more detectors now than ever before, and their accessories and the outdoor clothing and everything else that goes along with it. Yet there's still a number of people out there saying, oh, I wish I found you earlier. I wish I knew you were around 12 months ago because I would have bought my metal detector off you or whatever. You know, at the end of the day, Unearthed pays my wages and Melanie's wages. It's the only way we've got of keeping the roof over our heads. So we've got to make the best of it. We're a one-man band. I do everything off my own back, all the social media, all the website work, all the analytics, everything that goes on the social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, is all from my own back. We don't have anybody else working for us. We don't have anybody else plugging us. I mean, we don't even have anybody with YouTube video channels with our logo on. We don't have anybody. I'm looking at some YouTube films out there with the same metal detecting shops on the front of it, blazed on there, you know, promotion this, promotion that, which is good for them. But what we're going to do, we're going to have to start being a little bit more savvy about it. We're going to ask people if they would like to promote Unearthed a little bit on their YouTube channels and have our logo. Why not? You know, what could be bad about it? What could be wrong about it? So watch this space. We're going to be doing this giveaway. It was Melanie's idea, folks. It was Melanie's idea. She come up with the brainwave of doing a giveaway on YouTube, and I think it's a brilliant idea. And hopefully, if we continue along the lines of growing steadily through it, we can do more and more giveaways. I mean, some of the accessories and things that we're going to be talking about in the future, who knows, we can start giving some of them away on YouTube. We've just got to devise a system where it's fair, that we can actually you know, do some sort of random draw where a handful of names get drawn out and they'll be the ones that win the giveaway prizes, to make it fair. And of course, one of our YouTube followers maybe a month or two ago a lady asked if we could start doing giveaways. I'm not sure if she still follows us. I've not heard from her for some time, but yes, we are, is the answer. So watch this space. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, and we'll start off small with small prizes, and then hopefully if we grow the audience, then we can start looking at bigger prizes and then start looking at giving away bigger and better things. But that is for the future. At the moment, we'll start small, see how it goes. I mean, we might even give away things like the Unearthed cups, UK's #1 detectorist on it. Sounds a bit cheesy, really, doesn't it? I mean, but you know, I mean, some people would probably like to drink out of an Unearthed cup. Who knows? But that, you know, there might be a little package, a couple of little gifts, you know, that people can win a few prizes together, rather than just one singular one. Who knows? So watch this space. Before I go, the next episode of Detecting Talk could be as early as this Friday if we get a chance. I'm away. We're doing different things for a few days soon. If not, it'll be Monday, Tuesday of next week, and it will be an interesting topic on the origins of Unearthed, because we're getting more and more people asking us, how did you start up Unearthed? Where did it start from? How did you do it? You know, how did it come about? They're very interested to see where I've come from, because a lot of people are saying, where did you pop up from? You just came from nowhere. And they don't, you know, they don't think that I've been a detectorist for all that time. Sometimes I wish I could go back to them days, to be honest, but we are what we've got what we've got, and we are where we are. So there'll be an interesting Detecting Talk film on the origins of Unearthed, how it started, the brainchild behind it, and the pros and cons of doing it, I guess. So that'll be an interesting one, folks. Stay tuned for it, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the giveaway when it comes. I'll be doing a little bit of promotional work on that on social media and plugging it, so watch this space. And thank you very much for watching. I'll catch up with you very soon. Bye for now.